Time now for your forewarned weather with Chief Meteorologist Alana Brophy.
Okay, good warning there, Alana. Stay away from the water when the algae's blooming.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Stay cool other ways, right?
Very, very true. Yeah, you know, a couple things go into those blooms. The weather is part of it. We get that direct sunshine, and in shallow waters that actually can see those blooms grow. And yeah, that's what's setting up there. We've got to be careful. We've got to find safer bodies of water to recreate in because it's hot out there. We're taking that live view from Ballard. This is over in Uinta County. We have some unsettled skies as the cell was moving through Duchesne County that packed 50-mile-per-hour wind gusts. So we know that there are a few pop-ups here, but we're really just seeing gusty winds, some lightning coming out of this near Green River over I-70, some echoes of moisture there as we look. And then east of Ephraim, a little bit of storm development, the Basin and Duchesne. As we look at satellite radar, it shows the last few hours and the progression of those storms on the eastern side of the state, pushing into southwestern Wyoming, quiet along the Wasatch Front right now. We know a cold front will move through and could actually bring a storm to northern Utah as we get a little later into tonight. It's 93 right now in Cedar City. That's a pretty view, but it's a hot one. They were up to 95, cooking a little bit throughout the state. Cedar City, Iron County, Washington County. These are areas all underneath a red flag warning that it holds until 9 p.m. tonight with those wind gusts up to 35 miles per hour. A fire start would spread quickly, and we have to be very careful with that. We do have a red flag warning on the eastern side of the state for tomorrow, and it's because of that elevated fire risk that goes into effect at noon and will hold until 9 p.m. Grand County, Four Corners, all part of that. So fire danger holds steady. Live view from Logan, Cache Valley, where you go, oh, I know where to go to keep it cool. No, they were 96. I think they still are. Temperatures right now along the Wasatch Front in the upper 90s, 97 in Ogden. Heber has made it to 93, 97 into Willow. We've seen a lot of locations push that 100-degree mark. 97 right now in Provo. As we look at the state, 97 in Logan, so they jumped up a degree. It's 100 in Wendover, triple digits in Moab, St. George at 108, Lake Powell, and so you can see the areas where we're getting gusty conditions, cooling down temperatures, outflow boundaries towards Price and Emery with temperatures in the 80s. Now along the Wasatch Front, you'll see those numbers gradually declining, staying in the 90s for the next few hours. Partly cloudy by ABC4 News at 10, very mild with those low 80s, dry conditions expected, but a pop-up could bring some lightning, some gusty winds. Futurecast shows those storms on the move. All right, they're going to go, and then the front kind of comes through. The cold front is significant. It moves through tonight and into tomorrow, and it's significant because it's going to change the wind direction. Our warm southerly winds, it becomes a northwest flow. We're dry, but that's going to keep us cool and knock down our temperatures for Thursday and the close of the work week. Notice we stay very, very dry as we get through our Friday and into the weekend. Here's why. Upper level shows that area of high pressure, which we displace the ridge as the weakening low moves through, brings in that cooler air with seasonal temps. Now, high pressure is going to stay centered off the California coast for the weekend. That is going to allow for a warming trend in the Beehive State, and by early next week heads towards the Four Corners, and it brings in the heat. So yes, we're going to go back to 99, 100-degree readings, and we stay dry, not just Utah, the western United States. We could break down the ridge maybe later on in the month, but it just doesn't look likely over the next 7. 90s for tomorrow, a bit cooler. I use the term lightly. It's still very hot with 90 degrees. 101 in Moab, 107 in St. George. So the 100 Club is going to be out there tomorrow, 90 in Logan. I can't believe they're at 97 and cooking. So we look at the St. George 7-day here. You see windy conditions for tomorrow with that elevated fire risk, and then breezy Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Monday, Tuesday, I know, sound like a broken record, but this is about 5 degrees above where we typically are in southern Utah. We're used to the heat in the south. It stays. Wasatch Front with the 90s, and then eventually going above average. Average right now is 93, so we'll be slightly below it, which will be lovely, and then we're back up and above it and stay there with sunshine, heat, and July. And we talked about the fire danger. That's something we're going to monitor over the next several days. The winds are elevated today.